Hi guys, my name is Karthik and I am from AzureAutomation.com and welcome to another video of our Continuous Integration Development Delivery with Azure DevOps course. And in this video, we'll be talking about getting started with Azure DevOps Service by signing up with Azure DevOps Service and understand how the portal is going to look like so that we can get started with the different services available with Azure DevOps starting our next video. Alright, so for that, I'm going to flip to my Microsoft Edge Chrome browser. Alright, so this is my Microsoft Edge Chrome browser, which is currently in development. You can see that it is Microsoft Edge Chrome browser, and it is with the latest version of 76.0.172, which is kind of very interesting to see. Microsoft is using Chromium project over here, which is amazing because it's blazing fast and it's also using very less resources, and you also get the same number of plugins that you can with the Chrome browser. Alright, so the first thing we need to do to get started with the Azure DevOps Service is to sign up with the Azure DevOps Service itself. So for that, I'm going to go to the azure.microsoft.com, and you can see that it brings a cool new UI from Microsoft, and it says all the different discussion that we did in our previous video. So you can see that you can get 10 free parallel jobs and unlimited minutes for your open source project with a pipeline, which is amazing. And this was something announced in the Build Conference 2019 this year, and that's a really exciting stuff for the community. And you can see that the cool colorful Azure boards, which is introduced this year as well, and other things is something that we have already discussed in our previous video. So to get started, you can even sign up with the GitHub, or you can start for free with your Microsoft account. So I'm just gonna be signing up with my Azure DevOps with my own account. And I guess I have already signed with the Azure DevOps, and this is how it's going to look like. So you can see that I'm using the basic free plan. I have not given any credit card number to signing up. It's just kind of free and you can start using with it. I have already created 3 projects within my Azure DevOps, and we are going to be creating a all new project this time to get started with it. So before actually creating an all new project, to see how the board and the services are going to look like, I'm just going to open one of the projects which I have already created, which is nothing but the process oriented project. And you can see that it shows the process oriented project over here, and this is all about the stuffs related to this particular project. So you can see that it shows me a readme file directly over here, and it also shows the project status, something like 14 work item created, 0 items closed, and 1 pull request opened, and 9 commits by 3 authors. So like there are 3 authors, by the way. So let's get into the UI of how it looks like. So basically, after signing up, you can see that you can create your own project, and then within your project you can see these different items like boards, and then you can see all the repositories, and then after repositories you can also see the builds, and then you can, if you have any releases, you can also see the release, and then you can use the test plan and the artifacts. Again, for the test plan, I don't really have access because I'm still using the basic access level, and I don't really have a test plan for this particular stuff. But you can still create one by upgrading the test manager extension over here, and you can start using it. Again, don't worry about these stuffs yet. We'll be discussing about that later. And then comes the artifacts. So this is the super simple getting started with the Azure DevOps Service. It's not a rocket science. It's just a sign up and then you're all set to go. And again, if you compare the same with the previous versions of Team Foundation Server, this is much easier, and the UI itself is very intuitive and even more faster than compared to the previous version. In our next video, we'll understand and discuss different services which is available within Azure DevOps, and then we'll start jumping in with the boards.